Hello everyone, welcome back to Recursive Gaming. This is another video for Seven Nights 2. I'm talking about the arena, and I'm discussing how I've managed to start making progress again. I've leveled up my characters, of course, they are slightly higher combat power than they were before, but the main reason I figured it out and got it to work is because I'm using Claire, and I'm using Rudy. And this is a very different team than you saw me using in my last video. If you recall, in my previous video, I was using Karen, and I was using the tactical formation to try and increase everyone's status resistance, but that's not working, and I'm sure a lot of you who watch that video understand why. Her passive here that increases resistance I thought went to the whole team. It is not a team buff. This only increases her own status resistance, so that team was not working. I could not get that team to work. Karen was either dying too fast, okay, and she just wasn't being useful enough. She was not able to keep my team alive. And also Spike was still getting off his freezes because the 10% resistance from this was not enough to stop his freezes because Karen's resistance wasn't counting. So long story short, Karen was not working for me. I could not get wins with Karen. Other people seem to do well with Karen because they either have her leveled up more than I do, and I also think that other people have their Karens running tank sets that look something like this because what I tried to do was use my Shane. My Shane is level 44, and when I got her on my best DPS set, then she does decent damage. So I was putting her in here in this last slot. Actually, no, I was putting her here in the, hold on, we'll change the formation. So I was using Shane in the crit rate, crit damage spot alongside Rachel, and then in this third slot, I had Claire, right? Claire in the back line with the attack speed bonus. And that worked against some teams, but more often than not, I found Shane going against enemy Karens that were running a full like tank gear set, it looked like, because they would not take damage. My Shane would get them down to half health by the time the rest of my team was dead, and then Shane would just die right after. So Shane was not able to assassinate targets as well as I wanted her to. She was useful because her stun ability here, which disables the backline ranged target for 7 seconds, was very useful. But this is not the set she was running. I had her on a DPS set, not a tank set. This is not what I normally run her with, obviously. But long story short, Rachel, Shane, and Claire did not work. So I thought, how can I get around this problem? Who can I use to fix this situation? So I decided to go with Rudy. And the reason I'm showing you all this is to show you exactly this right here. I've got Rudy on all skill level up gear. And you're asking yourself why. He's a tank, right? Shouldn't he be tanking? The problem is when he's in the front spot, he doesn't aggro the entire enemy team because he casts this buff as soon as the match starts. He lags behind, and then the rest of your team dies, and he's not really tanking. So even running him in full tank gear, it just wasn't working. Everyone else was dying before him because he doesn't take the aggro. So I use my Evan, who I have put a lot of resources into to try and get him leveled up. And this is not the gear set I usually run him. I'm leveling up Royal Blood Adele right now. So this is the set I normally run on my Evan. Evan has 2 taunts. His ultimate and another taunt in here somewhere. This one right here taunts enemies in front of him. So when he taunts, he does manage to get the other team's aggro. Okay, and with the full tank set on, then he does very well in the main tank spot. So I needed someone that would take the aggro, so that's Evan. And then I needed someone to keep the team alive, and Karen wasn't doing it. So I've got Rudy. Rudy keeps the team alive better than Karen by a long shot because of this ability right here. And when you've got skill level up on him, even if he's not high level, it does a good enough job that he increases the whole team's block rate by 40%. Also decreases all damage they take by 14%. He has a stun, okay, that he does on whatever target is, hold on, whatever his main target is. But this ability goes first. Where is it? It's a knockdown. I thought he had an ability that made him target. No, he doesn't. Okay, but for some reason, he ends up targeting whoever attacked your backline. So if they've got an enemy Dellins, or if they've got an enemy Shane, he will aggro on the Dellins or the Shane. And then he will use his stuns and lock them up. And Claire will use her passive to shackle them and knock them back. Okay, so this team, Rudy plus Claire, is an amazing team for countering Dellins and Shane, which is the current meta right now. and also Nestra's disciple Shane. So long story short, Claire plus Rudy in the back line is doing an amazing job, and I'll show you the combat footage in just a minute. But with the skill level up, he also increases the entire team's defense by 12%, plus he has the knockdown and the stun. And he never actually gets a chance to get his ult off. For some reason, the PvP matches aren't lasting long enough for him to get his ult off. But this team is working better than every other team I've tried so far. I think I may have found my secret to climbing to 4,000. I'm going to probably be able to do that within this week or the next week. Last week I got pretty close. You'll see in the PvP combat footage that I show you. I was up to, what is it, like 3,800? I was only like 200 points away. But I didn't manage to get there by the end of the week, so it reset down to 3,500, and I'm trying to climb up again this week. But it is more successful, and I do have, as you can see, I have 4 wins and 1 loss. Okay, so I'm having a lot more success with this current setup. Rudy on skill level up gear, Rachel and Claire on my DPS sets. Rudy's in the back line because that's where he ends up anyways after he casts his buff. He aggroes the Shane or the Dellins. Claire is a great counter to Shane and Dellins, and this team is working pretty well for me. Here's my current record for today, 12 wins and 9 losses. I'm going to go ahead now and show you guys the combat from last week when I was almost 3,800 points, and also this week that I just did today. So you're going to see that it's not 100%. Obviously, I'm only winning about 60 to 70% of my matches, but that's a lot better than I was seeing before. So if you guys are having problems and you're stuck here, consider running the same team that I have, and you might have better success or some similar version of it. All right. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and let's go ahead and get this started.
I won't lose. It's the difference between you and me! I won't lose. For Karen.
Let's go! I think we can catch up soon!
I won't lose. I won't lose. For Karen.
Let's go! I think we can catch up soon!
I won't lose. difference between you and me!
Flames of immortality!
I won't lose. For Karen.
Let's go! I think we can catch up soon!
I won't lose. This isn't enough to stop me!
Let's go! I think we can catch up soon!
I won't lose. I sent you to death. This is the difference between you and me!
Flames of immortality!
I won't lose. For Karen. I won't lose. difference between you and me! I won't lose. For Karen. I won't lose. No. Isn't enough to stop me! I won't lose. I sentence you to death. I won't lose. For Karen. I won't lose.
Come on, wait just a little longer.
I won't lose. For Karen. I won't lose. I sentence you to death. It's the difference between you and me! I won't lose. For Karen. I won't lose. No one can stop me.
On to the next goal.
enough to stop me! I won't lose. I sent you to death. It's the difference between you and me! I won't lose. For Karen. I won't lose. For Karen. Isn't enough to stop me!
Let's go! I think we can catch up soon!
I won't lose. I sent you to death. It's the difference between you and me! I won't lose. For Karen. I won't lose. This is the difference between you and me! I won't lose. For Karen. I won't lose.
Move on to the next goal.
This is the difference between you and me! I won't lose. For Karen. I won't lose. I want Karen. For Karen.
Flames of immortality! The power of thunder!
I won't lose. For Karen. I won't lose.
I will open up a path with this arrow! Selena's light to all.
This isn't enough to stop me! I won't lose. This is the difference between you and me! This is the price of opposing me!
With
isn't enough to stop me! I won't lose. No one can stop me. It's the difference between you and me! I won't lose. For Karen. I won't lose. No one can stop me. This isn't enough to stop me! I won't lose. No one can stop me. This isn't enough to stop me! I won't lose. I sentence you to death.
Time to move on to the next goal.
This is the difference between you and me! I won't lose. For Karen. I won't lose. No.
No enemy resistance detected.
This is the difference between you and me! I won't lose. For Karen.
Well, everybody, looks like that's it for today. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one.